So here's an idea and something that you should really pay attention to. When you're making a video with Zoom, which is what I use to make my videos, it helps to hit record when you're making a video. So I'm grateful for the record button, and I'm grateful for the First Amendment and free speech, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to say something like what I said in my previous 3 times trying to get this video together. But I wanted to talk to you today about compassion and kindness and really respecting other people as individuals, grappling with the problems of life given their life experience. Originally, I wasn't going to talk about the Supreme Court and the draft opinion that was leaked, because I don't really in this series want to get into political stuff, mostly because I started this gratitude series primarily because I was tired of the algorithm, capital T, capital A, the algorithm, making me so angry. One day in February of this year, I looked at my YouTube channel, and every one of those videos was a person angry about something that they were either responding to something somebody had said on YouTube, or they were saying something about something that happened in the news. But their entire angle on this whole thing was to be angry at something, and so I thought to myself, I've got to change the algorithm somehow. That this can't be good for us. And whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, or whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, just have compassion for one another. There are dueling narratives in the world, and probably more than 2 dueling narratives in the world. And the narratives want us to hate people on the other side, because if we hate people on the other side of our narrative, of the narrative that we subscribe to, then the narrative that is driving it makes more money, or has more followers, or however the people at that level quantify success. I'm not really sure how people at that level quantify success, whether they just like people who subscribe, whether they just like followers, people who subscribe to their point of view, or whether they make more money, or it's some combination of any number of factors. But I have friends who believe all different kinds of things, and they're all my friends, and I'm their friend, and we disagree, and that's the way that is. It doesn't mean, just because someone disagrees with me about something doesn't mean that I'm any less human than they are, and vice versa. So let's see, I'm grateful for the record button. I'm grateful for compassion and kindness. I'm grateful for free speech and the First Amendment and our founding fathers, most of whom were slaveholders, because, human beings aren't perfect. We're not 100% good or 100% bad all the time. In most cases, obviously, there are arguable and debatable exceptions. But in the doobly-doo down below, what I'm going to include are links. I have a piece of George Carlin set that he did. I'm not exactly sure which of his 25 specials this comes from. And then I also have another little piece from Dave Chapelle that he did that was sort of funny and insightful. And then I'm going to also post a link to something that Jordan Peterson said. And, sort of pound for pound, Jordan Peterson, to me, is the most interesting thinker walking around the world today, because he thinks deeply and he's able to articulate what he thinks quite well. So I find his point of view interesting. And then as sort of a counterpoint to that, I'm going to also include something that Alan Dershowitz says. But, I honestly do think there are good people, and maybe that's not the right phrase to use, but there are good people on both sides of the pro-abortion, anti-abortion argument. And we all just come at these sorts of contentious issues starting from different assumptions about things. And I think that there is a way in which to go about these arguments, these disagreements, without vilifying the other side. And maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that before social media and before the algorithm and before YouTube, we were able to have conversations without vilifying the other side quite so pointedly. So, let's just try to be kind to each other and realize that we're all human. And, if you really want to try to persuade someone else of a different point of view, maybe don't, make them out to be evil incarnate, because I think very few people are evil incarnate. But again, maybe it's just me. Have a moderately neato day, everyone, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.